predictions.
You know, when you acknowledge that something is cool, you automatically make it.
That's not true. I just appreciate the person who did it.
That's fine.
I just recognize what's cool about it in you. Why does it ruin it?
We have a draft.
Yeah, we got a draft. I'm not sure what the bans are going to be. They're going to be Varesh. No one wants to deal with Varesh.
He is ugly.
Wow.
He is so good.
You're toxic.
He is actually really ugly.
You're
though.
toxic.
Look at him.
I think he's very handsome. Look at those tufts.
You are lying.
No, I'm being truthful.
No, he's definitely ugly.
Toxic.
Doesn't matter.
Toxic.
Anyway.
Varesh is banned out. There's no Varesh. And we're on Dragon Garden, or not Dragon Garden, but rather Blackstone Arena Day. A little bit of a more wide open map. I think we'll probably see Varesh here, right? DOLOS. No, they should pick Thorn.
They should pick Thorn?
They should pick Thorn.
Definitely a
the
Thorn?
Rook is
Maybe we see double
good.
Thorn.
Maybe we do see double Thorn. It's very possible.
Ooh, Destiny on the side of EUNITED, and then Thorn coming out. So we saw DOLOS whip out, we saw Jurgen whip out a Destiny. Now we're going to see Excafu on Destiny. We have seen Excafu play Destiny before. He has a really good Destiny. So, but Thorn does get picked up by DOLOS.
Yeah, I like the Thorn too. I think Thorn's pretty good against Destiny. She's not all that mobile. Once the wall is down, you can kind of throw grips. Grip goes through the wall. What actually you use when the wall is down is the Entangling Roots, the E. You use the E, and it makes her life kind of hard because she doesn't really want to burn her spacebar, right?
Yeah.
She's got 0 iframes on Destiny. So she only has her roll, and if you kind of like, you don't want to burn it. You don't want to use it to dodge things, and Thorn just like constantly throws stuff at you.
This next pick on EUNITED side is going to be interesting because how do you play around this Thorn? Now you go Lucy. Okay, and then Oldor. So they want Oldor this time. DOLOS wants to play with this Oldor. This next ban, maybe you get rid of.
Maybe you get rid of Blossom or Lucy.
I was going to say Lucy. I wasn't thinking Blossom.
You get rid of Lucy because what DOLOS generally do when they pick Older is they put it on Your Nightmare.
Yeah.
Your Nightmare plays the Older, and Jurgen switches to melee and plays the Thorn, and then Clarny plays either Lucy or Blossom. Right. And in this instance, I think Lucy is a lot scarier than Blossom. So I think if DOLOS are going to do this double support thing, which their draft is setting up to do, I think if you're EUNITED, you just plan around it and get rid of the Lucy.
Interesting.
But then even then, you're like opening yourself up for like a scary range DPS. So I feel like this draft from DOLOS, as predicted, is a lot better. I think this is like a lot more unpredictable and stable. The Jumong actually going to be banned out, so DOLOS can play the Lucy if they want to. EUNITED, maybe they have an answer.
Maybe they do have an answer, and Bako getting banned out. Surmia way too good on Bako in that last round.
Yeah.
But more than just Bako went right for EUNITED in the last map. They could possibly, you might see this. Does Surmia play Raigon?
I'm sure. Like
I can see Raigon
I'm sure
here.
Surmia plays Raigon.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've seen Raigon versus Thorn a lot in the regular season too, and Raigon reliably bopped Thorn.
Yeah.
It was
he wins.
Yeah, I've said it 100 times. It was the aggressive versus defensive play style, and in that instance, Raigon seems to always be ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. But it also depends on whatever DOLOS' last pick is. If they decide to go Lucy, the double support, which they found a lot of success with the Lucy Oldor combo.
We haven't seen it all today either.
No,
Most teams have been really scared of it, but EUNITED does not care.
Yeah, they are not worried about it at all. We're both just waiting here. We're like, I know. What are you gonna pick? Like,
I'm excited to see what the last pick is.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be really telling. DOLOS, they can pick a lot of different stuff here. Their options are pretty much wide open. EUNITED, the melee pick, I'm not 100% sure. I think the Raigon makes a lot of sense. It's possible we see a Shifu. Shifu actually has a pretty good matchup in the Thorn.
On Blackstone Day though?
Yeah, it's Surmia, dude. His Shifu's sick, but I think Shifu's not in a very good place right now, so they probably won't pick him.
I think that you want to win hard right now. You want to win more if you're EUNITED. I don't think Shifu is your win more pick. I think Raigon's the win more pick.
I definitely think Raigon's better. They could also play Rook. Of course,
that's possible.
It is still Mount Arad or Dragon Garden. No, oh my God!
Wow.
Blackstone Arena Day.
Bad as me today.
Yeah, I suck. Goddamn. Yeah, Blackstone Arena Day. So it's not the best Rook map, but it still is a possibility here. Maybe they pick Older. Maybe EUNITED picks Older.
I could see that.
I could too. Yeah,
that would definitely be interesting. I don't think EUNITED would win, but
I think they could win.
You think they could win?
I think Lucy Older Destiny could be okay. I think then there's just too much pressure on the Destiny, so that draft becomes a little too difficult. But I think it is a possibility. Definitely still worth thinking about.
I don't like Destiny for the double support. That's the only reason I don't like it. Yeah.
Why not?
Because of Thorn.
Because of the Thorn?
Because of the Thorn.
Yeah.
It's too easy to pull out Destiny out of that composition.
It's really sad if you're a Lucy and you just get pulled by Thorn too.
Yeah.
But that's where the other support could come in handy. Of course, Older with his ultimate, very good at just like repositioning, of course. Especially if you are a more defensive player, unlike we saw Impact doing earlier, where they would use the Older ultimate very aggressively all the time.
Yeah.
Maybe with a more defensive posturing. Okay.
Jumong.
So they pick double range. I like Lucy in double range, and the Pearl coming out from DOLOS. That is a good last pick Pearl. Look at all of these range characters on the side of EUNITED.
Yeah,
look at look at all the reflection on Dolos. They have, not only do they have the Chrono Flux from the older, but they also have just Pearl's Bubbles on like an 8-9 second cooldown. I forget which one of the two it is.
Time Bender.
Yeah.
Shifting Sands.
Is it Shifting Sands? Is that the?
I believe
is
so,
that
yeah.
the EXQ?
I think the EXQ is Shifting Sands.
I always just call it Chrono Flux, but yeah.
I mean, Chrono Flux makes sense. Honestly,
I don't know, dude.
I always get Oldor's abilities mixed up. I can never remember the names of any of Oldor's abilities, so.
Good thing we can say EXQ.
It's EXQ.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah, but EUNITED, the Jumong is pretty good against Pearl. Destiny does have a couple strengths against Pearl as well. Of course, AoE is Pearl's worst nightmare. She only has dive. The counter, if it's hit by Destiny and she takes the Battlerite, it enhances its damage, it'll do 30. 30's a lot. It's a big chunk. And of course, Rain of Arrows plus Trap, very good against Pearl, especially if you have weakening Trap.
Well, I think the focus is really clear for EUNITED here. It's trying to bait out Pearl's defensive cooldowns as early as possible, and really trying to get, you know, Trap, double Rain of Arrows, and just try to get as much damage onto her as possible, because she's what's going to cause you to not hit anything for the majority of the time. So.
Yeah, a very interesting draft here on this wide open map that is Blackstone Arena Day. Game 3, Jorby, of the European Grand Finals.
Potentially the last one. We have a very interesting composition on the side of EUNITED. Can they pull it off with a double-ranged composition and a support? Or will Dolos force map number 4? This could be it. EUNITED could pull 2 upsets in a row and be your European champion.
They're in the position to as well. They're up 2-0, like you said, in this best of 5.
You got wiggle room.
Yeah, you got a couple of games to like mess around. So I like that they are picking this double range kind of thing. Also, I think Lucy is a really good character to play with double range, like I mentioned. My team used to play double range occasionally, and Lucy always a great pairing because she's great from a range. She can sit very far back, and you generally don't want to be too aggressive with her anyways. So she's really like, she fits into the double range play style.
Well, here we go.
Here we go.
Are you ready?
I am ready. I'm very excited for this last, or potentially last game, but I do think we'll end up seeing 2 more as or it's possible we'll see 2 more, as Dolos have proven themselves to look very good. We got a bit of a pause before our game gets into it. One of the players having a potential issue. Hopefully we iron it out very quickly.
I bet you it's Clerney. It's Clerney, isn't it? That's what he gets. That's what you get, Clerney. You're saying I smell like sausage. I don't appreciate that. You know what you smell like? You smell like roses.
You smell like a loss in the grand finals.
Oh, wow.
Game 3.
And I'm toxic. Okay.
I'm toxic.
He's actually getting, or Samia getting a little bit of damage. So Samia's on the Jumong.
Yep.
And then Excafu on the Destiny. So they're actually getting a ton of damage. Where did all the your Nightmare's health go? It's gone. Or Jurgen, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what happens when you play double range. Your damage output is just absolutely unreal, and Jurgen found himself in a very unfortunate situation early on. The goo is already being dropped too. Pearl, she's got no way out of it, but luckily her counter.
Wow.
And on the other side, Jurgen gets blown up.
Dude, EUNITED right now. It doesn't matter what composition they pick up. They don't care about Pearl and her bubbles. Screw you, we're on dry land, and EUNITED take game 1.
We're on dry land, I like that. That's good, that's good.
Thank you.
Yeah, EUNITED's looking incredibly strong. Svermia doing a lot of work. Svermia's been playing so well all tournament. Honestly, I can't overlook the other 2 players on EUNITED either. Rambler's played such an integral part in enabling Svermia, and Excafu seeming to be the pillar of consistency on this team. And whenever I think about teams, I always think about the star player, the consistent player, and then like the support.
Yeah.
Like not like actual support, but like the one that like backs up an ally.
Sure.
And like for example, at DreamHack, Averse was more of the support, really enabling Procer to exceed with his Iva. But anyways, here, Svermia being really successful in Excafu, so stable. Rambler always helping out his team, just firing on all cylinders, this team.
So it seemed like they wanted to go with a more, Cloney wanted to get a more aggressive strategy by immediately throwing out the bubbles to give Jurgen a chance to just kind of grow through and wreak havoc, but it just did not work. They got boxed out of it. They do have mid control, but again, Jurgen took a ton of damage on Thorn.
He took a lot of damage early on. He's trying to go up on Rambler and get some damage, but the barrier's there. Older's stepping up too, Your Nightmare trying to help out his ally, but this does not look good, dude. No. And now EUNITED have mid control, they get the orb, and look at those shiny green shards. Those are pretty good, and they're gonna get all 4.
I like shiny things, and so does EUNITED, and they look really strong right now. Looking low is Your Nightmare on Oldor and trying to get up around him. Excafu does find his way, gets him away from the time travel, cannot do it. EUNITED taking him out. Do they get Thorn? They do. They're going to go up 2-0 in map 3.
Dude, this is an incredible start from from EUNITED, and I really like this double range comp against the double support comp. It makes sense that they banned out the melee and instead pretty much forced Dolos onto this double support comp because the double range comp is such a strong answer. There's so much damage output, and it's so easy for them to burst through true HP that, like, in these small gaps, in these small windows where there are openings, they're just eating so much damage on the Thorn and on the Pearl, and as well as the Older. Just so much damage comes out from this double range DPS.
Yeah, and the bubbles, again, excuse me, Jumong, he's just able to get by it with everything that he does. So Pearl, her ability to try to mitigate the amount of range DPS that's coming out is actually not that much. Like, her ability is weakened by both Destiny and Jumong.
Well, Xfu, he has found himself in a bit of an unfortunate situation as the Pearl boxes up against him. Gets a lot of damage out too. Wow. She has that weapon charge, but once again, Jurgen, look how low he is already.
Yeah, Jurgen's super low and petrified up top. It is, what is that? It was at 80% to like almost 50% on the side of
EUNITED get the orb too.
Yeah.
They get the orb, which is absolutely huge, as all of the HP on Dolos is so low. Now the R from the Destiny dealing so much damage to your Nightmare. This isn't
even close.
So rough.
This isn't even close.
It's domination.
Dolos is getting dominated on every single front right now. In control, in damage, in draft right now. The draft is proving to be, again, just completely in EUNITED's favor. It has just worked so well for them. This Thorn cannot get anything done. They have no value whatsoever. Jurgen has, he burrows in and he can't do anything.
Yeah.
Even when the bubbles, even when Clerney was able to box out Execufu at the bottom, still couldn't do anything about it because Jurgen's upstairs getting just rocked.
Yeah, and this really puts into context the match between EUNITED and Impact earlier. Impact, they were so close to taking down EUNITED, and now EUNITED is steamrolling Dolos in the finals, almost on the verge of 3-0ing 2 more rounds. It really shows how strong EUNITED is. See if they're able to keep it up, though.
EUNITED, a team nobody gave a chance at a finals victory. Here they are, putting it up against one of the best teams in Europe. They had to face Impact, and now, again, there's just so much damage. Look at Jurgen. Jurgen is losing his health and tried to bait it out on the counter. And now, again, Clerney feeling the pressure on the backside from Destiny. This is so strong from EUNITED right now.
Yeah, Dolos, they're trying to square up, but they're just losing this fight so handily. A 20% HP advantage and an orb take over Dolos. EUNITED are in such a strong position.
He's going to eat that orb. Yeah, Jurgen, he's going to stay up for a little bit, try to get back to Clerney. So another force back, and EUNITED able to get the next orb. Bubble only going to delay the inevitable here. Jurgen going to try to get something going, but the Lucy Goo going to get a lot of value, a lot of damage, and then the pinball as well. And now pushing in, Execufu, or excuse me, not Execufu, that is Surmia doing a lot of damage on the backside. Uldor's gone. EUNITED are going to take this 4-0 right now. They are 1 game away from 5-0ing map 3 and taking Dolos out and becoming your Season 2 champion.
Dude, this has been such a dominant performance from EUNITED. I don't think anybody expected this. Like you mentioned, nobody expected EUNITED to be in this dominant of a situation of 4-0 in Game 3. They won the last game 5-1 or 5-0. I forget the exact
5-1.
5-1, yeah. So these last 9 rounds, the last 10 rounds, 1 round has been won by Dolos. So EUNITED in such a strong situation, I don't see them losing this round. EUNITED looking like they're going to be our victors.
Total round score right now is 14-5.
Are you just remembering this?
Yeah.
That's cool. Good for you.
Thank you.
Yeah. But yeah,
it hasn't even been close. It hasn't even been close.
No.
Jurgen gonna try to get aggressive here. He misses the entangle. He's gonna try to pull through again. Execufu, he likes being down here in the corner, but he might be in a little bit of trouble. He didn't pop the counter. Actually, double rain of arrows gonna bail him out as well as the ball and taking so much damage as your Nightmare. And if they get him down here, it will all but secure EUNITED as your Season 2 champion. They're doing so much damage and it got turned around onto Surmia. Surmia hits that Barbed Tusk, but a lot of damage pulled out. He's just trying to stay away. The EXM2, he is barely living right now, and Randler keeps him alive.
Yeah, this would be insane if EUNITED actually manages to win this round. Your Nightmare is low enough to where it is a possibility, but the orb is going to be taken by Dolos. We'll see if Execufu is able to make it out of this bad situation. The goo not going to get too much as the space is available for the Older, and now Execufu is dead. Surmia and Randler soon to follow. Dolos, They're not out, but man, this is such an uphill battle. They got to win 4 more and then 10 more.
I really thought that your Nightmare was going to die to Excafu down at the bottom, and that was where just all of my focus went, in particular, that I completely missed the fact that Sarmia was being bodied out in near his spawn. But I just think Excafu needs to play a little bit better position that allows him to regroup with his team so he can give that support, because when he puts himself down there, it's really tough with Destiny that doesn't have a leap. You have to roll, and it cannot roll through those bubbles. And Excafu is constantly being bubbled out back down there, so got to be careful with the positioning for EUNITED.
Yeah, definitely. We'll see if they can make that adjustment and clean up this last round. They only need this one more to become the champions and secure $4,000. See if they're able to do it.
Mia getting bullied. Excafu again getting bullied down there. He does use the roll to readjust. First night, they're actually taking a lot of damage. EUNITED has to find a way back to get this orb. DOLOS definitely want to get it, but Destiny confirms it for EUNITED. That is huge.
That plasma ball, that was really well placed by Excafu. And that counter is going to hit onto Jürgen as well. A lot of damage being put out onto this Thorn. He's not having a good time.
Not at all. He has struggled. The Dragon Slayer gonna hit. Oh, the Barb Tusk gonna negate a lot of that damage. Double Rain of Arrows forces the leap out for Clerney. Has to get out of harm's way. Excafu putting so much pressure on the back end. Pushes not your Nightmare, Jürgen back. Thorn not getting any value. The time travel used defensively just to reset. They do grab the orb off of Thorn and have to reset. They're still taking a ton of damage.
Yeah, DOLOS, they're going back to their spawn and they're down 17% in terms of HP. Things looking very good for EUNITED as they now have complete center control, and the next orb spawning in about 8 seconds. The Clarity Potion is going to be used to get the Petrify off of Excafu, but Excafu going to be eaten by the Jaws. This is a big moment. DOLOS need to get this kill, and it's looking like they will.
Wow.
Excafu's got nowhere to go.
Huge, huge fish to be able to pull that back for DOLOS. It was looking real scary for Jürgen, and they might actually get the kill on Jürgen here if they can't keep him alive. The bubble saves him.
Yeah, he got so low there. He was like at risk of dying at one more M1 from either Randler or Estremia. We'll see if they can finish off this round. EUNITED desperately wanting to kill this Thorn, but it's gonna be tough.
It is gonna be tough. The bubble gonna keep it out. The shield does protect Estremia for now. The Rain of Arrows is gonna go through the Lucy Goop, but the shield is there. The rejuvenation going to keep him alive, and now staying inside that Lucy Goop. They're doing a ton of damage here, but really on the wrong character. They just couldn't do enough damage to Jürgen, and DOLOS fight back. They get the second round.
Yep, they're still in this one. Randler running all the way out, using that barrier in the sudden death. DOLOS just sitting there waiting for the game to eventually end. Go get him! Get him, your Nightmare! Get him! Get him! Nice! Easy kill.
Yeah, you got him.
Yeah, he did get him. 3 more rounds. 3 more rounds necessary for DOLOS to win this game. This is still hard. This is still very difficult, but it's doable.
If DOLOS does this would be insane.
Yeah, that would be unreal, right?
It seems like they've gotten it figured out, and it was through a clutch play. If Clerney doesn't save Jürgen twice, then they lose this game. Clerney balled out for his team on Pearl in that last round. Whole reason they won.
Yeah, Clerney was doing a lot of work on that Pearl. We'll see if he can keep it up. Not easy.
Not easy at all.
Nice bubbles early on. Once again, doing a lot for his team. Clerney making it so EUNITED could not get any damage out onto the Thorn.
And then hitting the Barb Tusk as well. Excafu struggling here early. Does find your Nightmare, gets that plasma bubble on him. Or plasma ball, not bubble. So used to bubbles. He's actually taking a lot of damage here. Pulled back on. Who's going to get that orb? Ooh, it will get it. It will be EUNITED. That is big on the orb front. Double Rain of Arrows coming out, doing a lot more damage. Now, in trouble is your Nightmare. He finally gets away, but that's his only escape, and then tries to turn on it. Misses the Dragon Slayer. Sarmia.
Yeah, Jürgen's taking so much damage here, too. This is not a good situation for the Thorn. The panic is going to land, too, and he's down. Oh, and 11 damage on your Nightmare. Yep, this is looking like it's going to be it for EUNITED. The Jaws isn't going to land. This one's all but over as Clerney lies in the Rain of Arrows. Might be able to make it out, but I'm not sure it's going to matter as Jürgen within... Oh. Yep, Jürgen's dead.
Jürgen is dead. Pearl is dead. And EUNITED, a 5-2 victory, a 15-6 total round scoreline. They dominated DOLOS all this grand finals. They sweeped them 3-0.
They just 3-0'd DOLOS. Absolutely unreal.
No question.
They reverse swept Impact. Or no, they didn't reverse sweep Impact.
Impact almost reverse swept them.
Yeah. They beat Impact. They 3-0'd DOLOS. EUNITED, clearly the best team in Europe at the moment. Huge props to them as the improvements and the strides they've made through the course of this season are absolutely unreal. Could not be more impressed with these players.
There is not one player on EUNITED that you can point to and say, this is the reason they